Tanse, Derek Thunder Nitsikason. I'm Derek Thunder, manager of the Nisukamatutan Center. Thank you all for joining us virtually as we take this opportunity to recognize the National Day of Truth and Reconciliation and Orange Shirt Day. Although we can't gather in person, we wanted to take this time to reflect and honor residential school survivors, their families and communities, and the children who did not make it home. But before we begin, I've asked Verna Orr, who is the cultural advisor in the Nisukamatutan Center, to open with a smudge and a prayer.
Tawi naskomon asam na gutak kisigaw miasik kiyagam jam naman matsun gakoy saguy datamad nespsion si watsun puni tamagyon manachi tun inisun umagutak kisigaw gad na tamak naskomon michito mahtawa batihia igakoy saguy kui huone kohte. Igohtagi naskomoyan. Naskomon. Dotamaden. Kahio. Uniganiwag. Tasawi mato. Tasawi miya. Iga tagusago. Mamtunisagan min dihnana. Naskomon. Igohtagi naskomoyan.
Thank you, Verna. I'd like to begin by inviting Allison Lewis, the Associate Vice President of Polytechnic Education and Student Success, to share our treaty acknowledgement.
At NAIT, we honor and acknowledge that the land on which we learn, work, and live is Treaty 6 territory. This place is a traditional homeland for the First Nations and Métis peoples, and today we are all part of this treaty land. The traditional name of this place is Amiskwichi Waskahigan, which we also call the City of Edmonton. There is a long history that has brought us to be on this land. At NAIT, we seek to learn from that history and the lessons that have come before us, and to draw on the wisdom of Canada's First Peoples who have lived on this land from time immemorial. Through this land acknowledgement, we have an opportunity and a responsibility to reflect on the impacts of colonialism, historically and currently. Only through learning can we move forward in truth and reconciliation and to a better future together.
Thank you, Allison. As we mark the first day of Truth and Reconciliation, we honor the generational and intergenerational survivors of residential schools. We started this morning with a smudge. We did this as a way to pause and be intentional about coming together today. We did this to cleanse ourselves so that we are fully present to remember, reflect, and of course to teach. Since the confirmation of 215 unmarked graves at the former Kamloops Indian Residential School this past May in BC, thousands of more graves have since been confirmed. This will continue for years. As I said this summer in an earlier video, the news of the graves has been shocking for many. For others, this news has been a confirmation of what we have always known. However, today it is not about who knew or didn't know the past. Today is about taking time to remember the children who never made it home. Today is about remembering the families that were impacted then and have continued to be impacted throughout the generations. Today is about truth-telling about the intergenerational trauma that has occurred because of Canada's history with residential schools. Setting aside a day that is dedicated to remembering and reflecting is a necessary step on our shared journey toward reconciliation. I have asked Oskapios Lonnie Potts and his drum group to join us today to perform an honor song in remembrance of these children and honor residential school survivors. Immediately following the honor song, we will take a moment of silence. I ask that you use this moment of silence to consider the tragic and painful history of Canada's residential school system. Thank you, Lonnie, and thank you to everyone for taking this time with us today. We are grateful to Nate, the community, for wanting to learn about residential schools and reflect on our shared journey towards truth and reconciliation. We know that our community is stronger when we work together and when we help each other. We believe this so strongly that we named the Aboriginal Center at Nate the Nisukamatutan Center, which means let's help each other. Please join us in solidarity to learn and to make change. Later today, we will be holding 2 sessions to support learning, and they are the history of residential schools and Walking Together, non-Indigenous perspectives on truth and reconciliation. We also ask that you wear an orange shirt in honor of residential school survivors and those who didn't make it home. Kahkio awasisag ispita taksuag. Every child matters. Thank you again for joining us. Nananaskamon. Egose.
Naskumten nohtawi asam nagutak imiya kisigaw tagisitaya. Stimaw dahunaw tabigs kistamaguya. Imiya kisigaw imyasik tasamne gisitaya. Naskumun igok tagi naskumuya nohtawi naskumten.